Welcome to WildernessMaster.com. I'm Luke Stevens, and today we're reviewing a couple of sleeping pads. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm completely impressed and blown away with these two sleeping pads. A little bit of backstory. I was getting ready for a backpacking trip, I think last year-ish time frame, and I went out and I was doing a little bit of research and very disappointed, went to Cabela's, very disappointed. I couldn't find what I wanted. Either things were exorbitantly expensive or I just wasn't finding, they were big and bulky and gonna take up a lot of space. So suddenly, out of nowhere, a Amazon.com ad came in, and this Klymit, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, it's Klymit, Klymit, sleeping pad showed up. And I looked at them, actually ordered the Recon, which is this one right here. It's the smaller, thinner of the two. Love the sleeping pad. And I got the Inertia, and then over the winter holidays, I actually did some testing of them. I blew them up. I left them up for several days, checked them out. We took them on a couple of backpacking trips. So let's get into these real quick. These are the Klymit inflatable sleeping pads. This is the Inertia XL. Of course, I'm a big tall guy, so I got the XL ones. And this is the Recon XL. Now, the cool thing about these, you see how small these bags are. I mean, this is about 6 inches, a real 6 inches here, and maybe 2.5, 3 inches around. I think it weighs maybe a pound. This one may be 1.25 pounds. These are phenomenal, folks. These are really good sleeping pads. I think I got them for under, I want to say $50. I think they were $50 to $60 range, which is even better. They come as a complete kit. When I got them, they have instructions, which is rare these days. I believe there's actually a kit inside of here for patching the sleeping pad, which is rare these days. I have the inflator, which actually works in the field, folks. I've used this every time I've taken it out, and it's worked successfully. And then you have this really cool sleeping pad design here. So I'm going to hold it up in front of me. I know that's the wrong thing to do when you're taking video, but this is essentially a chambered pad which helps reduce the weight, and it's designed ergonomically around the body so that it puts the most air in the places you need it and doesn't put air or rubber or weight in the areas you don't. Now in the Recon, this is truly a minimalist design. I would not recommend the Recon for just general backpacking. The Inertia XL is a better choice for that. It's a fuller design. I'm not going to pull both of them out of the case here. But it is a really nice, if you need a super compact design, this Recon's super nice. The Inertia makes up. These inflate up really well. I inflated them up and left them up for 5 days. The first time around, I thought there was a leak, and I actually contacted the folks who sold these on Amazon, and they were immediately willing to replace them if they weren't. But what I decided was to go a little bit further. I pumped it up a little bit tighter, and since it was kind of new, I think it was the seam stretching and the design generally stretching. Ever since, when I pump it up, it stays up. It doesn't deflate down. I'm a really big guy, and to sleep on one of these successfully at night in the mountains, so in a rocky environment, is super, super good. All right, the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, minimalist design. These things really are designed to be economical in weight and size in your pack. They also are minimalist design on your budget. Like I said, I believe I got these for under 70 bucks, which if you can get a really quality sleeping pad for under $70 these days, you're pushing it. Most of the ones under $70 are big, bulky, they don't work that well, they deflate at night when you're sleeping on them. Choices, so you have a Recon choice. You have the Inertia choice, which essentially is a little bit wider. It's less minimalist. It tries to fill in the entire gaps. It has tubes the entire section up and down it. It's a great design for a sleeping pad. They stay up. They work as a sleeping pad should work. And quite frankly, this is what I want out of a sleeping pad, in the sense that it performs the task with the least amount of weight and packed storage area inside of my bag. Unlike a lot of sleeping pads, you can actually put these anywhere in your sleeping pack. You don't have to mount them all over the place and figure out where I'm going to do it vertically or horizontally on the sleeping bag. The bad. Well, I will tell you the bad on it. Given its minimalist design, these tubes, when you're inflated and you're in an environment or terrain like the mountainous terrain, it is right on that border of being enough. If I were going to go out for an extended period of time, not weekend trips, I might take both pads at the same time and sleep on them together. Use the Recon on top, use the Inertia on bottom since it's a fuller pad, just to make sure that I got extra comfort. I also noticed a little bit, given the type of fabric and the stiffness when it's inflated, that it's real easy for that thing to slide and you get off of it with your body. It's not one of those pads or kind of mattress feelings where you're kind of engulfed and it holds you in there. You got to make sure you stay on it at night. Ugly. So far, nothing. This is a complete kit, folks. This is the type of sleeping pad you want to be able to have when you go out packing, especially if you're going for a least amount of weight. Recommendation, this is a great buy. I suggest, in fact strongly encourage, you go out and you find a Klymit and you try it out yourself. I can tell you on the support and customer service side, like I said, when I contacted them, they immediately were willing to remediate the problem, which is an extra in my good category that I like for manufacturers. This is WildernessMaster.com, and I'm Luke Stevens, and this is a review of the Klymit sleeping pad. Hope we've helped you out.